Welcome to our online information session for the Child Development Associate Certificate Program. My name is Dana Benzo and I work for the New York Early Childhood Professional Development Institute, who partners with the CUNY School of Professional Studies on this program. We will provide you with as much information as possible in this short presentation today and encourage you to submit questions. If time permits, we will answer those questions after the presentation and send answers to all questions when we conclude. This program, which is the only comprehensive credit-bearing CDA program in New York City, consists of 4 courses: Education 200, Child Development, Birth to 5 years; Education 201, Observing and Recording the Development of the Young Child; Education 202, Integrated Curriculum and Learning Environments; and Education 203, Family, Program, and Professional Dynamics. The program is designed for students to take courses in sequence to allow for the foundation of working with young children to be established in the first and second courses before exploring the more complex aspects of the field in the third and fourth course. Each course runs on the CUNY academic calendar, which is 15 weeks in the fall and spring semesters. The first 2 courses in the series may be taken simultaneously in one semester, with the remaining 2 courses being split between the next 2 semesters. Potentially, you could finish the CDA certificate in 3 15-week semesters. We also provide the option to take Education 202 and Education 203 together in one semester based upon your academic performance in the first 2 courses. The Child Development Associate Certificate offered through the CUNY School of Professional Studies is an approved certificate program by the New York State Education Department. This differs from typical CDA programs that offer 120 hours of training. Our state-approved certificate program integrates the competencies of the National CDA Credential into our undergraduate early childhood courses that are taught by approved higher education faculty. We strive to recruit faculty that have degrees in early childhood education, as well as extensive experience working in the field. Once students complete the 4 required courses and graduate from the CUNY School of Professional Studies with their Child Development Associate Certificate, we have designated faculty members that work individually with each student to apply for and obtain their CDA credential from the Council for Professional Recognition. Our courses fulfill the 120-hour formal coursework requirement necessary for the CDA credential awarded by the Council for Professional Recognition. The CDA is the foundation of an early childhood educator's career path. It's the most widely recognized national credential in early childhood education, and it's based on a core set of competency standards. Graduates of our program receive 12 undergraduate college credits in preparation to attain the national CDA credential. Receipt of this credential can help graduates on the path towards achieving a degree in early childhood education. In order to earn the CDA credential, students must complete the required courses at the CUNY School of Professional Studies, engage in supervised fieldwork hours, complete a portfolio, and take the 65 multiple choice question CDA exam and have a formal observation to be submitted to the Council for Professional Recognition for review. After this presentation, we will provide you with the New York State Career Ladder document. As the Career Ladder document will show, the CDA is a stepping stone on the path of career advancement in early childhood education, and the credit-bearing CDA will increase your career ladder step another step. The competency standards guide early care and learning professionals as they work toward becoming qualified teachers of young children. These professionals have the knowledge of how to put the CDA competency standards into practice and the understanding of how the standards help children move with success from one developmental stage to another. The CDA is the best first step because it is based on the knowledge of the nation's leading scholars in early care and learning. Utilizing multiple sources of evidence, the CDA is the only comprehensive system of its kind that recognizes the essential competencies needed by entry-level and all early childhood professionals. The CDA credentialing process is a powerful, cohesive professional development experience infused with meaningful activities that facilitate the reflective practice of working professionals. Once students complete the 4 required courses and graduate, Many people ask why they should pursue the CDA. Others wonder if they should enroll in an early childhood education degree program rather than the CDA. There are even some that already hold degrees in areas other than early childhood education and question why a CDA would be beneficial when working with young children. We always encourage a continuous path of education and professional development and recognize that students attending many degree programs in early childhood education don't always have the opportunity to experience coursework specifically in early childhood education until your final semesters. For others that are new to the field of early childhood education, they may not know if they really want to work in a classroom environment prior to committing to a degree. For both of these situations, the CUNY CDA provides a clear framework of the knowledge, skills, and dispositions required by any individual working with young children, as well as the expectations and responsibilities of the grade or profession through our fieldwork component. New York City has the highest qualifications for early childhood teachers in the country. All teachers of children ages 2 through 6 in child care programs are required to hold a master's degree in early childhood education and New York State Birth to Grade 2 certification. And teachers of children birth to age 2 must have at least an associate's degree in early childhood or a CDA credential with the intention of obtaining an associate's degree in early childhood within 7 years. Although the minimum requirement for an assistant teacher in New York City is a high school diploma, you will find many programs recognize that a love of children is necessary but is not sufficient to work effectively with children and families. Increasingly, directors are requiring all assistant teachers to have a foundational knowledge of child development and best practices through the completion of the CDA credential prior to being hired. For those students that are interested in continuing their education after completing the CDA certificate and credential, we have direct articulation agreements with other CUNY campuses and a career services department that will assist you in transferring your credits into a degree program. Our coursework is also appropriate for those individuals who hold childhood education degrees and need early childhood credits to fulfill certification requirements for the Birth to Grade 2 extension, as well as those seeking to renew their CDA credential. Our program has a fieldwork requirement, which requires 480 hours of experience working with children from birth to 5 years in group care settings. This is broken down by 120 hours per course. For the infant toddler CDA endorsement, students must obtain their 480 hours in the following way: 160 hours with young infants, which are with birth to 12 months, 160 hours with mobile infants, toddlers, 13 months to 23 months, and 160 hours with 2-year-olds, 24 months to 35 months. If you are obtaining the preschool CDA endorsement, you are completing the fieldwork with 3 to 5-year-olds, not broken down specifically by the 160 hours, the same as infants and toddlers. And if you are interested in the CDA endorsement for family child care, it covers the birth to age 5 range. Hours can be conducted at your current place of employment if it is a licensed family child care home or licensed child care center, or we will place you in a location by your instructor if you're not currently working in a licensed center or home. In order to begin your fieldwork requirement, you will need to have a current medical exam with proof of current immunizations, your Department of Investigation fingerprint clearance, and SCR clearances before you can begin your fieldwork placements. Throughout each course, your instructor will visit you at your fieldwork site twice to observe how you are applying the content from the coursework into your daily practice with children and families. Upon entering the program, you will decide which CDA designation you would like to obtain: infant toddler, which is birth to 36 months, preschool, which covers 3 to 5-year-olds, or family child care, which covers the birth to 5 years. All assignments and fieldwork will focus on the age group designation you select. We recognize that students may enter our program already having experience working with young children. This is fantastic, but will not replace the fieldwork requirement of each of our courses. Our model is designed to allow both the students and the faculty to experience how the theory or content of the coursework is translated into practice in your daily classroom environment. If you are currently not employed in a licensed family child care home or licensed child care center, you will be required to complete your fieldwork hours as an unpaid intern. We will help you find an appropriate setting in which to complete your required 120 hours per course. For planning purposes, you should expect to spend at least 8 hours a week for 15 weeks as an unpaid intern if you are taking one course a semester. This requirement will be increased to 16 hours a week if you enroll in 2 courses a semester. Very often, programs that host our interns end up hiring you as substitutes or assistants over the course of your participation in the CDA certificate program. Each of the 4 college courses within this program prepare students to successfully develop a professional portfolio. The portfolio consists of a collection of early childhood resources you will develop that represent the 6 competency standards, 13 functional areas, and your direct work with children and families. Since our courses are for credit, your coursework will meet the portfolio requirements, but will also include additional assignments to fulfill college coursework expectations. In addition to your resource collection, your portfolio will contain 6 reflective statements of competency, or essays, that demonstrate your knowledge, understanding, and application of your teaching practices within each of the 6 competency standards. We understand that many of our students may have been out of formal education settings for some time or have been hesitant to enroll in college because of previous experiences. We keep class sizes small with no more than 15 students per class to maximize the individual attention you receive, and the supervised fieldwork component helps students complete the assignments in a practical way. We also have additional academic supports available if necessary. When you complete the 4 courses here at the School of Professional Studies, you are assigned a credential advisor that works with you individually to ensure your portfolio is ready for the final assessment by the Council for Professional Recognition. Our comprehensive credentialing supports also address your final observation and test preparation. Our goal is that all students are fully prepared to obtain the CDA credential upon completion of the CDA coursework here at SPS. I would now like to introduce Jen DePalma from the CUNY School of Professional Studies.
Thank you, Dana. I would now like to talk about the application process for admission into our CDA certificate program at the CUNY School of Professional Studies. The admissions requirements are as follows. Complete an online application and pay a $70 application fee. Applicants must be 18 years of age or older and hold a high school diploma or its equivalent. You must also submit proof of this high school diploma or GED. Applicants who are educated outside of the United States must submit an official transcript in the original language from each post-secondary school or university attended in a sealed envelope, and an English translation if the transcript is in a language other than English. Please follow the link on this slide for more information. You will also need to submit a personal statement as part of your application. You should include the following in your personal statement: your educational background, your career goals, why you believe the CDA program is a good match for you, and why you're interested in the field of early childhood education. Applications for fall 2017 are due by Friday, August 11th. You will see the link for the online application for admission at the bottom of this page. Now I would like to provide you with information about registering for CDA courses. Students are provided with a registration form after they apply and have been admitted into the CDA program at CUNY SPS. New students may register for classes by returning the fall 2017 CDA registration form. New students must also return immunization paperwork. Please follow the link on this slide for more information. Because we provide students with comprehensive supports that are built into the program, we are unable to accept coursework taken outside of our program. You will see the Fall 2017 course schedule for new students listed on this slide. Classes are held at the CUNY School of Professional Studies located in Midtown Manhattan at 119 West 31st Street. Classes meet on Saturdays from August 26th to December 16th. We will also email the Fall 2017 course schedule information to everyone who registered for this webinar. We would also like to provide you with tuition information and with information about tuition assistance that may be available to CDA students. You will notice the current tuition rates listed for either one CDA course or two CDA courses in the upcoming fall semester at the top of this page. Funding may be available through the Educational Incentive Program to support tuition and fees expenses. If you're interested in applying for EIP funding, you should complete the online web application via the link on this slide. You will also obtain application instructions from SPS prior to completing this application. You should submit the following along with your EIP application: your most recent federal income tax return, Form 1040, employment verification, and proof of continuous employment for 6 months or more in a New York State licensed child care program. Eligibility for EIP funding is based on your employment and household size and income. The maximum scholarship for college credit is $2,000 per calendar year. It is important to note that students must reapply for EIP funding each semester. If you are interested in joining the program and you work for a New York City center-based program, we highly encourage you to apply as soon as possible, as it is awarded on a first-come, first-served basis. If your program is part of Quality Stars New York, you may also be eligible to access Quality Scholars dollars. In addition, a tuition payment plan is also offered to all students as an alternative in paying for education expenses. We would now like to provide you with our contact information. You will see our phone numbers and email addresses listed on this page. It is recommended that prior to applying, you contact the program's academic director, Dana Benzo, to ensure our program is the right fit for your career goals in the early childhood education field. For questions about the application and registration processes, you may contact me or my colleague, Kim Enoch. Please do not hesitate to contact us at any time. In the remaining time that we have left, we would now like to ask you if there are any questions that we can help answer.
Thank you, Jen. So we do have a couple of questions coming through. The first question we have is, can the certificate be used to work in Head Start or Universal Pre-K for children with disabilities? Again, the CDA is geared for assistant teachers. So in regards to the question for Head Start, yes, the CDA will meet your requirements to be an assistant teacher in a Head Start. And also assistant teacher in Universal Pre-K. If you're looking specifically at a program that serves children with special needs, and it's a 4410 program that has specific guidelines regarding their staff qualifications, you probably would need to have the New York State teacher assistant certification. For that, the credits that you would obtain through our CDA program would allow you to not only hold the CDA credential, but also have the college credits that will increase your level of assistant teacher. So hopefully that answered your question, but I would say if you're working for a 4410 program and you are interested in being an assistant teacher, we just want to clarify with the program exactly what their requirements are for an assistant teacher. Again, a CDA is not going to allow you to be a head teacher in New York City. It will allow you to be a head teacher outside of the 5 boroughs if you want to explore a program outside of the 5 boroughs. Another question that came in is, I think this may have be a question that is in regards to our EIP scholarship funding that's available. It asked what if you haven't worked at a child care program. That's okay. We have a lot of students that come into the program that have never formally worked in child care or in education settings. You will not be able to access the EIP scholarship unless you've already been working for 6 months in a licensed child care facility. If you are interested in getting financial assistance but you don't qualify for EIP, you can always email, I'm Dana Benzo, to remind you, you can always email me and ask me for other scholarship opportunities. There are other applications that we can share with you. So here's a question I'm actually going to ask Jen to answer. If you've already applied for a different CUNY school as a transfer student, is it possible to put it on hold and transfer to the CDA program?
Thanks, Dana, and thank you for this question. The application process for the CDA program is a completely separate application. So you would go through our application system, which is called Apply Yourself, and you would apply specifically for the CDA program.
And also to follow up on that, if you applied to go to a community college such as BMCC, Hostos, Kingsborough in early childhood, we have articulations with those programs, so you may be able to do both at the same time. It might be a question you'd want to reach out to me directly around the context of this program you've already applied into. The next question we have, does it matter if you already have an associate's degree in another field, or in order to be a part of the program, do you have to have a prior degree in education? No, this is a great program for you to transition into the field of early childhood. If you have another degree, an associate's degree in another field, but you're not sure exactly what path you want to take in early childhood, these are 4 classes that will really put you in a classroom from day one while you're getting the knowledge, and it's a great way for you to identify if this is really where you want to be working and the path that you want to take before committing to another degree, and also what your career goals are. So if you want to eventually become a lead teacher, then yes, you're going to want to pursue a bachelor's degree and eventually a master's degree in order to work in New York City as a head teacher. But if you're not sure yet and you don't want to commit to all of that, you're really just committing to the 4 classes here within the CDA that will provide you the opportunity to be hired and in classrooms from day one. What is the information that should be added in the short essay? It's really just your statement of why you want to join the program. What about how would the CDA help you in your career goals? Why do you want to work in early childhood? It's really just a personal statement around why you want to be considered for admissions into this program. So the next question here, how long does it take before the academic director contacts a person so that they can continue the application process for the fall? So as soon as you, if you email me at dana.benzo@cuny.edu, I can set up a time to speak with you around what your career goals are and see that this is, if it's the right fit for you, and then immediately you'll be able to complete the application process. Are there any other questions? Okay, so it doesn't look like there is any other questions coming in. I thank you all for our time. We encourage you to reach out to us at any time with additional questions after you process the information that we gave you today. And we look forward to welcoming you to the CDA certificate program this fall. Yes, everybody will receive a copy of the PowerPoint after this is over. A recording of the webinar, and we'll also, it usually is also posted on our website at the New York Early Childhood Professional Development Institute as well. Thank you again, and we look forward to seeing you in the fall.